You don't know. This is kind of a new Telltale game. And they released only one episode so far that we played last month, I believe. And you're some sort of... I even forgot a lot, so... I hope they have a good explanation leading up to where we ended. You are some sort of detective that went to this very Illuminati guy who invited all famous people like Lincoln and Napoleon Dynamite, Napoleon Bonaparte, and some other famous people. I forgot. You're in this manor on this island with them right now, and your mom has gone missing before you arrived. That's why you decided to show up. For some reason she's missing and you're trying to find out why. And she's also some sort of Illuminati motherfucker. And I think we fucked up at the end of the last episode. Because chat wanted me to go and fuck this other girl, right? And then there was a screaming emo bitch who said that she needs me right now to do something really important about my mother or something. And well, I guess they're gonna show it.
How many times must I tell you?
That's my mom.
You must never put your life on the line for me.
Mother has always had a fascination for Lord Mortimer, but has never wanted to tell me why.
We are doing our utmost to find your mother as quickly as possible.
Without your mother, hundreds of men of the cloth would have gone to the guillotine.
All I can tell you is I'm looking for my sister.
Do you believe your mother capable of torturing a child?
That's Lincoln.
An agreement for cannons. Lord Mortimer assured me that you are
That's
to take
Napoleon.
over the
Scuffed
project
Napoleon.
on behalf of your mother.
Johann Christoph von Wollner, Minister of Religious Affairs, and Jacques Peroux, French Revolutionary Tribunal Judge. You will find that Lord Mortimer is not what one would call conventional.
Oh, sorry, did I say Lincoln? Oh my god, I meant Washington.
Monsieur de Richet, I am arresting you for the murder of Elizabeth Adams.
I just woke up, okay? I haven't even had my coffee. So before every quest, you can pick how to customize your character. We're playing a lot of logic and manipulation, I think. Psychology. So they didn't actually show, but the ending of last chapter.
Is there nothing you want to say?
This bitch drugged us and then killed herself. And then it looks like
It
we
wasn't
killed
me.
her in the room.
I didn't kill her.
I'd much rather have met you under different circumstances.
She forced me
Lord
to drink
Mortimer,
absinthe or
believe me,
something.
I'm very conscious of the gravity of the situation. Everything seems to point to me as the one who killed Elizabeth, but I swear I am innocent.
Out of respect for your mother, rest assured that I do want to believe you.
And all I want is to be able to prove it to you. When do we start?
We already have. Tell me, Louis, how do you feel?
Since we leveled up psychology, we have this option, for example.
I feel like a rat trapped in a maze.
Interesting.
I beg your pardon?
Sarah also felt like she was trapped like an animal.
Where are you going with this, my lord?
Sarah's behavior grew odd before her disappearance. Her attitude changed. She became prey to outbursts of violence and a number of temporary absences. I'm just trying to make sure that you don't go getting lost like your mother did.
You're not suggesting that I might have killed Elizabeth and that I don't remember, are you?
I don't know, Louis. It's just that what with your mother and now you, It's rather a lot. The more I take stock of the situation, the more I'm under the impression that you've been set up. But
I was set up.
before going any further, I must inform you that Sir Gregory
But what is
about
the
to
motive
arrive.
by her if she killed
He is
herself?
coming to question you about the murder of poor Elizabeth, whom he was very
Spice is
fond
fucking.
of. He is quite determined to find the culprit, whomever they may be. So, convince him of your innocence. Then we can continue this conversation.
I don't understand.
William, I would like to see you a moment before we begin.
Oh, this is the Lord Mortimer. This is the first time we saw this guy.
Let's step outside.
This is the guy who invited all of these famous guys to his house.
Louis,
Island
this will
house.
only take a few moments.
What are you?
Wait. Oh, I guess it. I understand now. Search the study. Wait. This will only take a moment. You know what? I'm gonna wait.
Better not make myself look more suspicious than I already do.
Yeah.
Good evening, Monsieur de Richet.
Likewise, Sir Gregory.
Well then, let us begin.
I don't think she
Monsieur
killed
de Richet,
herself.
you were found standing over Miss Adams' body. We must shed some light on your responsibility in this tragedy. We shall then decide on your fate. But you must know that if you do not convince us of your innocence, it will cost you dearly. Now you are going to tell us everything that happened last night, without leaving any detail out. First things first.
Oh, I don't remember
how did
this,
your
dude.
evening begin?
Do I want to waste 3 points?
What are you?
I don't know his weakness.
I was in the corridor and I was about to go to bed. Elizabeth appeared as if from nowhere and rushed toward me. She took me by the arm and led me to her room.
You say she led you? All right, we'll accept that. Continue.
We were heading for our rooms when Elizabeth burst into the corridor, barely dressed. She was panic-stricken and insisted on speaking to me. So I found myself in Elizabeth's room. We sat down together. She insisted we have a drink or she would refuse to confide in me.
What exactly did she want to speak about at such a late hour?
My mother.
She was panicked. She claimed she had just seen my mother on the island.
Did she say where she saw her?
I don't want her to know. But it was on the cliffs. I only have... Fuck it.
Huh. I seem to remember something about cliffs.
Let us continue. And what happened next?
Then she told me she had poured laudanum in my
I don't know,
glass.
his immunity.
The next
Maybe
minute
he's
I was on the
immune to-
floor. When I
to
woke up,
one
she
of
was
those
lying
two.
in a pool of blood.
I forgot
That
what
is
is
all
it.
you had to say?
Some
You
people are immune
expect
to
us
like
believe
manipulation and
that
some
you have
people are
no idea what happened to her?
Yes,
immune
because
to
I'm telling you
logic,
the truth.
like the
How
women.
can you possibly expect us to believe you?
Gregory, we must consider every possibility.
What are you?
Louis, do you have any idea who could have done it?
the most deadliest gang in Uganda.
I mean, this is very possible. But I don't think it was him. But this would be a good scapegoat for me.
Why don't you ask him where he was last night?
Monsieur Peru, what would his motive be? Do you have any proof?
No, not exactly, but he'd already wrapped her up once.
Monsieur de Richet, you should not accuse the first person to come along without at least some proof. I'm sure you are worthier than that.
Can you think of anyone else?
Last chance. I don't know, dude.
What are you?
But I might have to use my mom as a scapegoat.
Well, even if I can't believe for a single instant that my mother could have murdered someone in that manner, she might have wanted to stop Elizabeth from speaking about their mutual past. And things might have turned nasty.
It is indeed a possibility.
I would like to thank you for helping us shed light on what happened last
Trade
night.
unlocked. Lawyer.
To be honest,
We're lawyers
you are
now,
not the only
motherfuckers.
suspect. I'm prepared to believe you were drugged. Our poor Elizabeth hid the stuff everywhere, and I could smell laudanum on you 3 yards away.
So you knew it wasn't me from the start?
We weren't sure. Louis, I am sorry, but everything points in the same direction. I only know one person on this island who might have had a big enough grudge against Elizabeth, who has no alibi,
Fucking Jabez.
and whose behavior is, well, suspect. Not to mention dangerous.
Tell me what happened before my arrival. I think I've been patient enough.
What happened to my mom's
You don't
arm
need us for any
or
of this.
hand?
So come along, Monsieur Peru. We are leaving.
Right. It's time we spoke about your mother, Louis.
She seems to be making every effort to steer clear of your guests.
What do you mean?
For the past few weeks, my mother's been playing cat
You
and
got cut
mouse,
off?
if you will.
Oh, really?
I don't know why, but it wouldn't surprise me to learn that she's trying to avoid someone. The question is, who?
And in your opinion, would she be the cat or the mouse?
If she actually killed her.
Knowing my mother, she would be the cat.
That doesn't make me feel any better, Louis.
What was the official reason why my mother came to your island?
I knew about your mother's activities, and yours, in the Golden Order. I thought we had everything to gain by working together.
You mean the cannon deal with Monsieur Bonaparte?
Among others, yes. How did you hear about that?
Monsieur Bonaparte came to speak to me about it yesterday, during lunch.
Snitches get stitches.
So impetuous. He was supposed to let me speak to you about it first. Our friend Napoleon desperately needed financial backing to properly equip his army. I took it upon myself to back him, because I have a firm conviction that he can go far.
We shall see.
It did
However,
go pretty far.
there's one thing that surprises me.
What are you?
Isn't Bonaparte a bit young to deserve so much attention?
Well, you come straight to the point. I like that. Indeed, if you knew just how much you remind me of him. Trust me, I'll wager that Monsieur Napoleon will soon prove himself. I'm working on it, at least. Once this deal was closed, I had big plans for Sarah.
Such as what?
You see, I've invited several influential figures on my island to present them with a project at the conference. It will be presented later today. I thought that the Golden Order had a role to play. And I still think so.
The Golden Order
I was
is the
hoping
Illuminati.
Sarah
Yeah.
would be able to join us.
I see.
Indeed, If by chance your mother decided not to return to us before the conference, would you do me the great honor of attending? If only to follow the deliberations while waiting for her to duly take her seat.
Why not? We shall see.
We shall see. I like his style.
Thank you so much.
We shall see.
In this
I don't
way,
plan
you'll be
ahead.
able to keep your mother informed of what he said. There's something else I'd like to briefly go over. Earlier, you asked me the official reason for your mother's presence here. Is there an off-the-record reason why your mother came here?
If only my mother had trusted me, but she remained very mysterious. I'd have been delighted to answer your question.
Is this usual for her?
As head of the Order, secrets are her bread and butter, as you can imagine. That said, it's the first time she hasn't let me in on the reason for her trip. And it intrigues me, to tell you the truth.
Well, I'm sure that Sarah will explain everything once she reappears. There's something I still don't get. In your opinion, why would your mother remain in hiding over several weeks?
Has he even told me the official reason yet? Is it just the guns? In your opinion, what would...
Maybe she found something out.
What do you mean?
My mother has a gift for investigating. If she had picked up a lead, nothing would have stopped her.
The only thing I can tell you is that Sarah had indeed
Jean is
changed.
back.
At the beginning of her stay here, we enjoyed spending time together, solving the world's problems.
Tell me about her disappearance.
Since she disappeared, your mother has been seen once. Her behavior on the evening of your arrival greatly surprised Gregory and myself. She resurfaced to attack Emma, Emily Hillsborough's twin
Shaw,
sister.
thank you very much. The 43 months.
She shot her with a pistol.
Vape, I
Then,
got lucky.
before Gregory could intervene,
Welcome back.
she ran off and disappeared again.
I beg your pardon? Hang on.
That means my vision on the wharf, it was actually happening inside the manor. Mother shot Emily's sister? The very person she came looking for? Why would she do that?
Excuse me, but between that and the childhood of Lady Adams, it's all a bit much for me to cope with. I need to piece it all together again to see things more clearly.
Wait.
You said that you spent a lot of time talking together at the beginning. What happened for that to change?
I'm afraid I haven't much to tell you. The more the days went by, the more she withdrew into herself. She never gave me an explanation, until the day came when she purely and simply disappeared.
Where did she go when she wanted to be alone?
She would shut herself away in a room we use as a box room upstairs.
Would you allow me to go there?
Naturally, Louis, of course. I'll send you a servant to open it.
Thank you.
Wait, I
One
missed
last
it.
thing.
I missed it because I looked away for a second.
I'm listening.
A gate was forced the other night near the wall. Nothing serious, just a few small things damaged.
That was me.
I see. I might be about to find a trace of her passage. Sorry, Mother, but I don't want him on my back. You'll have to take the blame for me.
I can't see how Sarah could have done this, but then I can't think of any other solution either.
I'll take a
It
closer
wasn't
look.
me.
That's all I can tell you
I
about
did
the
this.
disappearance of your mother, Louis. I would like to have been more helpful.
I shall stay on her trail and follow up any leads.
Thank you. We will meet later on to welcome our last guest. In the meantime, I shall get someone to open the box room upstairs for you.
Thank you.
Thank you. The Puna with the gift sub to Mr. Lasol, Senya Litviak with the gift sub to Trouble G,
Mortimer's study.
and Gary the Mall with the gift sub to Humble Dick. Thank you, boys, for the gifted subs and welcome back. Okay. I forgot. So this is...
Hey Forsen, I find you really cute and attractive. Will you marry me and be my second wife? Forsen CD and let me watch you eat Swedish ice cream.
Sure, buddy. After this game, yo. So I have 4 items. Temporarily reveals the immunities and vulnerabilities affecting a dialogue choice. So every character in this game, there's a guy donating for game context. Every character in this game has a vulnerability and an immunity to something. Like science, occultism, manipulation, diversion, linguistics, politics, and I've gone this route, which is more of detective-ish. Logic, psychology, vigilance, questioning. So I spend my talent points over here. So many buttons. Yeah, this is quite an advanced Telltale game. For sure. For sure, for sure. And we unlocked lawyer somewhere. You gain 1 point in conviction. Yeah. We only played the first episode. This is a Telltale game. It's kind of a Telltale game. I mean, I know that Telltale is the company, but I'm making it a genre, and everyone else is too, mostly. And then you have, every time you use your talents like manipulation or logic or questioning, you lose mana, I guess. Yeah, these are your mana points, right? And then you have to refill it with things that you find in the manor. This one, for example. I'm pressing 3. Oh, 1. So now I restored it by eating some honey. You can get negative alterations as well. And this one displays immunities and vulnerabilities. Next skill use is free. Yeah, pretty much. So we're heading towards the tower room, which I'm not quite sure where it is because I've never been there. But it sounds to me like that's a floor above me. And there's a staircase here. Yeah, I'm not quite sure how to get here. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not quite sure where. If you read this, you lost, and you have to copy paste this in chat. Creative, sir. Very creative. Madasan, don't loot the robot. Sweewiwi, the master, unknown 349, Malid DK. Thank you, boys. Welcome back. I'm not quite sure how to get to the...
We call him Blue Seal.
I'm thinking it's over here, but I think I came from there, no? That's his office. Maybe the tower room is like outside and then up or something. I'll just go down these stairs here. No, we shall not. I guess we'll just go. It's in the study, so it's down. It is down. No? Where the fuck is the tower room? Adam's room. Hey chat, stop spamming. I'm trying to read with my new 1 second delay. Fuck. Where the fuck is it? Opposite of mortar. Oh, so it's over here. I mean, not here, but I'm just trying in case I miss it. Ah, fucking spicy. I should not have spicy food when it's so hot outside. Big mistake. My steaks were made. Oh.
A few leaves out of an old encyclopedia.
I think we're pretty good at lockpicking, though, as well. If I remember correctly.
There are burnt papers in the chimney. There's a legible fragment left. Hey, I recognize my mother's handwriting. She says, we must find a safer way to communicate. Someone is onto us. Trust in my faith in the man with the sword. So Mother had an accomplice here. Who could it be?
Trust in my faith in the man with the sword.
Be suspicious of. I must find the next part. Faith, sword. I recognize her love of riddles there.
What do you want?
What do you?
Press to consult your notes.
There are burnt papers in the chimney. There's a legible fragment left. Hey, I recognize my mother's handwriting.
Oh my god. Can I not?
Says, we must find a safer way to communicate. Someone is onto us. Trust in my faith in the man with the sword. So Mother had an accomplice here. Who could it be?
Scheissdreck, Fiji, Yakuza, Nerdstone with a gift sub to Coconut Flake.
Be suspicious of.
Sparkoner, Candice97, thank you boys. Welcome and welcome back.
Sword. I recognize her love of riddles there.
Dante's Paradise. Raise your head and be reassured, for what comes up here from the mortal world must ripen in our rays.
What is this disc?
Oh god, it's one of those compact discs. I'll take it. I need one in science, I don't have it. I'm not a fucking engineer.
St. Paul on the Road to Damascus by Caravaggio.
I remember this story. I don't have erudition, occultism.
Caravaggio attained a magnificent command of black and the play of colors too. Paul facing an ordeal, the curtains of his illusions being raised, and receives the light from his Savior.
Nothing here. Fuck, we don't have the correct traits for this part.
The door appears to be locked on the other side. I think I heard something fall to the ground.
Oh
a
no!
metallic sound, like a key.
I should
falling
place
to
a
the floor.
paper there. Force open door, pick the lock. We have good lock picking skills. Use the disc.
We'll see if it works.
Oh, I don't have to waste my mana. Wait, how the fuck did you see how big that disc was? How thick it was? It was like this thick.
It's open.
And he used it to get the key. Oh, it was magnetic. Oh, My bad, I'm retarded. I don't know how magnets work. Does anybody? Really?
Honey, the remedy of the gods.
St. Paul painted by Guido Rini. St. Paul is shown.
He's holding a sword-ish.
Strange. Hardly any dust. As if the painting's been cleaned recently. There's a small inscription engraved on the frame. Let's take a closer look. This is how Paul spoke to his pilgrims from Rome. Just above that, someone's written down the figure 11 on the painting and underlined it twice. No, what does that mean? So we have the figure 11 twice underlined, and a story of a group of pilgrims who it looks like Paul is speaking to. Maybe it's a code. There must be a connection. A text on Paul must be somewhere, and it must be associated with the figure 11. But what's the story with these pilgrims? I mean, a connection with the figure, maybe?
I love the instant Forsen things.
So we have the figure 11 twice underlined, and a story of a group of pilgrims who it looks like Paul is speaking to. Maybe it's a code. There must be a connection. A text on Paul must be somewhere, and it must be associated with the figure 11. But what's the story with these pilgrims? I mean, a connection with the figure, maybe?
Okay, let's see if there's a book here. What is this?
Amber.
Some more drugs.
Painting of St. Mark from the collection of the Apostles by Guido Rini.
Guido Rini.
Several portraits of apostles, all signed by Guido Rini. It looks like someone touched this commode recently. There's fingerprints on the sheets and in the dust.
Why did someone take this painting down?
It's St. John, painted by Guido Rini. The New Testament.
Oh, here we go. It must be this, right? 22 to
The most
22.
deadliest gang in Uganda. Gimme. Welcome to Uganda. Warrior.
What is it?
This book is incredibly precious. I believe this is the book my mother referred to when calling upon the Lord.
But he was talking to the... Which one? This one? Hebrews? There's no way I can know this one.
I guess I'll just come back later. A drawing of the Apostle Matthew, painted by Guido Rini. He's represented as writing the word of the Lord, transmitted by the Holy Spirit, who appears here in the guise of an angel.
We call him Blucio.
A chest with the occult symbol representing air.
Use the right key. Use the left key. I don't have the... Oh, difficulty 7? What if I fail? Does this have to do with the paintings? We can YOLO.
A chest with the occult symbol representing air.
Use potion. Oh, that makes it cost 0. Which one is that? Oh shit.
A chest with the occult symbol representing air.
Thank you, Chad. Boom. Golden elixir. There must be something I missed here. Because there's no way I can know what chapter she's referring to. I mean, we have the chapter, but not the verse. 2, 8, 12, 14. We could just gamba. YOLO.
Follow peace with all men and holiness, without which no man shall see the Lord. But that which beareth thorns and briars is rejected, and is nigh unto cursing, whose end is to be burned. Here's a message. There are some complications. Indeed, the Prussian is insistent. What's happening at your end? Do you need help? If tonight is not possible, let's say tomorrow evening, in the South Room, where we reviewed the situation. When Paul understood that only the axe counted, he went back on his tracks. I await your confirmation to his left, in the company of the pilgrims that have joined him. Yeah, this last comment is about their code. I should find new pilgrims near Paul.
Near Paul? Paul was this guy, no? Was he not?
St. Paul painted by Guido Reni. Of the 4 apostles shown in this piece, Paul is the only one
Slicky
who isn't
Ricky,
an evangelist.
thank you, dude. Don't
He's
think
the
it.
13th apostle.
Lassie. Freude Freude and Vadsirds, thank you, dudes. He's the 13th apostle.
So we have the figure 11 twice underlined, and a story of a group of pilgrims who it looks like Paul is speaking to. Maybe it's a code. There must be a connection. A text on Paul must be somewhere, and it must be associated with the figure 11. But what's the story with these pilgrims? I mean, a connection with the figure, maybe? St. Paul is shown holding a sword.
Yeah, it's not this painting.
Strange. There's hardly any dust, as if the painting's been cleaned recently. There's a small inscription engraved on the frame. Let's take a closer look. This is how Paul spoke to his pilgrims from Rome. Just above that,
I hate that you can't
down
skip
the
if you
figure
make
11 on the painting and underlined it twice. No, what does that mean? several portraits of apostles, all signed by Guido Reni. It looks like someone touched this commode recently. There are fingerprints on the sheets and in the dust.
Follow the clues. I don't understand. Oh wait, it's another chapter. Wait, it's another chapter. But which one was it?
There are some complications. Indeed, the Prussian is insistent. What's happening?
The most deadliest gang in Uganda.
If tonight is not possible,
where would he reply?
Tomorrow evening, in the south room, where we reviewed the situation. When Paul understood that only the axe counted, he went back on his tracks. I await your confirmation to his left, in the company of the pilgrims that have joined him. Yeah, this last comment is about their code. I should find new pilgrims near Paul.
The most deadliest gang in Uganda.
And suddenly there came a sound from heaven like a rushing mighty wind, and it filled all the house where they were sitting.
How do I know which chapter though? How do I know which chapter? I got fucking allergies again. God. Okay, so there's another chapter. He went back. He went back. He went back here.
Thou hast put all things under his feet, for in that he put all in subjection under him. He left nothing that is not put under him.
Where did he go back? Probably here. I don't know what these are. Corinthians. What are those? I know these. But what are Corinthians? The painting says it's in Rome. Oh. Chapter 11, verse 11.
I say then, have they stumbled that they should fall? God forbid. But rather through their fall, salvation is come unto the Gentiles, for to provoke them to jealousy. Oh wait, a note from Mother is carefully folded between the pages here. What does it say?
Oh, Corinthians are Greeks?
Dear E, I'm glad you found this note. I was afraid the code of the two groups of pilgrims would mislead you. Pick up the package,
bitch.
You know where, and hide it where no one will find it. It's imperative, awaiting your reply, hidden behind the youngest apostle. What? The youngest apostle? What does Mother mean by that?
She means the youngest fucking apostle. I don't know who that is though.
The painting looks like it's been taken
down. He doesn't have a beard.
What was it my mother said? That she would wait for an answer hidden behind the apostle. Ah, of course. There's something written behind the painting. On the second day, the pilgrims will listen to the prophecy of the young apostle. They shall add one companion to their left and 3 to their right to complete their rank. What does it mean?
3 to the right?
What are you?
They should add a companion to their left and 3 to their right to complete their ranks. I imagine it applies to their code, the one
Left
Mother
and
set
3
up with
to
the
the right.
pilgrims. What's this? A group of pilgrims who Paul was talking to, and now John is telling them prophecies? St. John is the only apostle painted in this gallery who hasn't got a beard. Hey, wait! That means it's him. He's the youngest apostle.
Wow.
Right. This painting is therefore associated with the answer which E had to give to my mother.
E?
Now, I just need to know how to recover the answer.
Okay, 1 to the left, 3 to the right, right? But what exactly? I was thinking about this box over here that we already unlocked. But it can't be that one. What was his name? Johannes? Wait, who was that?
I guess I'll just come back later.
I forgot who this was.
It's St. John.
St. John.
Painted by Guido Rini.
What are you?
Revelations to John. Revelation 12:14.
And the woman was given 2 wings of a great eagle, that she might fly into the wilderness, into her place, where she is nourished for a time, and times and a half a time, from the face of the serpent. Hey, a new note. It's been folded carefully in the corner
Doesn't
of this
know
page.
the Bible, Pepe.
The writing, it's not my mother's.
What are you?
I found the book in your effects. I've concealed it where no one can get their hands on it. I can assure you, awaiting your instructions, I will hear your reply like he who hears the angel. Hears the angel? What does that mean? Oh, it's probably the place where she was expecting to get the location of the next note.
Location of the angel.
What are you?
Location of the angels. I don't know.
guess I'll just come back later.
Which guy painted an angel? I don't see no fucking angels. Wait a second. I'm sorry, my mind is clouded by these drugs that I just popped.
A drawing of the Apostle Matthew, painted by Guido Rini. He's represented as writing the word of the Lord.
Oh, there we go.
Transmitted by the Holy Spirit, who appears here in the guise of an angel.
Wait, what was his name?
A drawing of the Apostle Matthew.
Matthew.
Painted by Guido Rini. He's represented as writing the word of the Lord.
Okay.
Transmitted by the Holy Spirit.
Tony Hawkins on his screen says, sub for 3 years and still can't legally drive a car or pack shop. I have my license and I'm a cripple for Sine Old Facts Bad Bible Thumb. And you still... Okay, I can. Yeah. Feels bad, man. Feels bad, man. But which verse is it?
Take heed that ye practice your justice before men, to be seen differently by them. Otherwise, ye shall have no reward of your Father,
Look at
which
the
is in
frame.
heaven.
Oh, this one. Did I not do that? Oh,
There's something else behind this painting.
my bad.
It says, half of each group will join the first city of Corinth. What the hell does that mean?
I know what that means. It means 6, 7. Just kidding.
What are you? What are you? Welcome to Uganda.
But Jesus turned him about, and when he saw her, he said, Daughter, be of good comfort. Thy faith hath made thee whole. And the woman was made whole from that hour.
Shit.
And great multitudes were gathered together unto him, so that he went into a ship and sat, and the whole multitude stood on the shore.
Is it not one here? I'm so confused. It's too hard in here, I
It said,
can't even think.
For this cause shall a man leave father and mother, and shall cleave to his wife, and they twain shall be one flesh. There's something else behind this painting. It says half of each group
Oh,
will join the
Corinth.
first city of
I got it.
Corinth.
I got it.
What the hell does that mean?
Six, 7.
Now,
I knew it was 6, 7.
there is utterly a fault among you.
You see?
As ye go
I
to
said
law
this
with one
instantly.
another. Why do ye not rather suffer injustice?
I just missed the
Why do
Corinth
ye
part.
not rather suffer yourselves to be defrauded?
Because of my
Ah,
allergies.
Look, here's a message. It is of paramount importance that no one finds it. Watch out for the Prussian. He's on the trail. Let's meet up. I'll leave it to you to organize the rendezvous. Not today. I'm unable to do it. In the meantime, I'll follow the first group to Mark, who will reveal the answer to them. Prussian. Volner? I must have a word with him. And that first group of pilgrims, how many are there now? If I refer to the chapter I'm reading at the moment, 6.
Why can't I scroll down in this? 6. 6 beers.
It is of paramount importance that no one finds it. Watch out for the Prussian. He's on the trail. Let's meet up. I'll leave it to you to organize the rendezvous. Not today. I'm unable to do it. In the meantime, I'll follow the first group to Mark, who will reveal the answer to them. Prussian?
Mark?
Volner? I must have a word with him. And that first group of pilgrims, how many are there now? If I refer to the chapter I'm reading at the moment, 6.
Show Peppa. No, she's chilling. Well, this is Mark. Gamba.
Then came together unto him the Pharisees, and certain of the scribes, which came from Jerusalem.
Gimme.
Hi Forsen, how are you today?
I'm good-ish, Alcavirus. I have fucking allergies, dude, and I'm just fucking sweating and fucking... I'm drowsy.
And behold, there cometh one of the rulers of the synagogue, Jerusalem.
The most deadliest gang in Uganda.
He fell at his feet. And as they did eat, Jesus took bread,
Follow
and blessed
Mark.
it, and broke it,
Fucking Mark,
and
dude.
gave it to them, and said, "Take,
Fyra för input, tänker du plommersnus för det satt i Forsen CDX. Maybe it's not.
And it came to pass in those days that Jesus came from Nazareth of Galilee, and was baptized by John in Jordan.
We're gonna be reading the whole fucking Bible at this point.
Then they suborned men, which said, We have heard him speak blasphemous words against Moses and against God.
Follow Mark. Where's fucking Mark, dude?
And suddenly there came a sound from heaven like a rushing mighty wind, and it filled all the house where they were sitting.
I'm so confused. Oh, the painting. It's not the
I guess I'll
fucking
just come back
Bible,
later.
dude. Where the fuck is Mark? This looks like a Mark to me.
There's nothing worth noticing here.
Candlestick.
too cumbersome for me to unhook here, but judging by the dust, it hasn't been moved for months, if not years.
Okay.
Little characters are engraved on the chest of drawers under the urn. It's a sentence in Hebrew.
Occultism? Why in Hebrew? Come on, bro.
No, nothing of value here. There are finger marks, deliberately drawn in the dust. 8 in all.
8? So, Hebrew and 8.
What are you?
Is that it?
Thou hast put all things under his feet, for in that he put all in subjection under him. He left nothing that is not put under him. There are some complications. Indeed, the Prussian is insistent. What's happening at your end? Do you need help? If tonight is not possible, let's say tomorrow evening, in the south room, where we reviewed the situation. When Paul understood that only the axe counted, he went back on his tracks. I await your confirmation to his left, in the company of the pilgrims that have joined him. Yeah, this last comment is about their code. I should find new pilgrims near Paul.
Paul? You motherfucker.
St. Paul painted by Guido Reni.
What are you?
I am so fucking confused right now.
I guess I'll just come back later.
Paul. Is this Paul too?
St. Paul on the road to Damascus by Caravaggio. This painting has been hanging here for a long time. A lot of dust is built up on it. Well, a finger has drawn a number in the thin layer of dust. I can read the number 4.
4.
What are you? What are you?
St. Paul is the only saint to be presented twice in these paintings, contrary to the other apostles.
What
How come?
2, 4? Is that it?
Welcome to Uganda.
Because we look not at the things that are seen, but at the things which are not seen. For the things which are seen are temporal, but the things which are not seen are eternal.
Invisible? Where have I heard that before?
Finally, brethren, whatsoever things are true, whatsoever things are honest, whatsoever things are just, whatsoever things are pure, whatsoever things are lovely, whatsoever things are of good report, if there be any virtue, and if there be any praise, think on these things. This I say therefore, and testify in the Lord, that ye henceforth walk not as other Gentiles walk, in the vanity of their mind.
In the vanity of their mind.
In him God has chosen us before the foundation of the world, that we may be holy and blameless before him.
The most deadliest gang in Uganda.
Not in the lustful desire, even as the Gentiles who knew not God.
They didn't know. They didn't know God.
Because we look not at the things that are seen, but at the things which are not seen. For the things which are seen are temporal, but the things which are not seen are eternal.
1 second. Fucking... buggy motherfucking shit. There we go. YOLO Swag Dragon Busquet, Tommy Past the Boy, thank you very much. Trophy Player, Black Looter, Positives Robot, thank you. Clomusness said that. Brazilian Donald 300 bits says, Cheer 300, Forsen, how would you be able to complete this game without chat helping you? Listen, I'm a god, okay? I just had some anti-allergy pills and painkillers. Okay, it will soon be fine. Why am I'm so confused, dude. Fucking Paul, dude. I hate Paul. He's always making it hard here. Which one is it? I'm so confused. Please help. I'm previously on Lost right now. Two 442. I did that. I tried that already. But there is no 2442.
In him God has chosen us before the foundation of the world, that we may be holy and blameless before him.
I think I've tried all the 4s, have I not?
This I say therefore, and
I tried all the
testify
4s,
in the
I think.
Lord, that ye henceforth walk not as other Gentiles walk, in the vanity of their mind.
Check Acts of the Apostles. We have a 2-2, which equals 4, but...
And suddenly there came a sound from heaven like a rushing mighty wind, and it filled all the house where they were sitting.
Yeah, that's not it.
Finally, brethren, whatsoever things are true, whatsoever things are honest, whatsoever things are just, whatsoever
How does that
things
make
are
sense?
pure, whatsoever things are lovely, whatsoever
Take a
things
leak.
are of good report, if there be any virtue, and if there be any praise, think on these things.
Okay, one guy said 10-8, but I don't see any 10-8.
What are you?
This part is so cancer, dude. It's so cancer.
And he became very hungry and would have eaten, but while they were making
Fuck!
he fell into a trance.
How do you know this?
There's a note here. A message from Mother in reply to E. We must leave urgently, but first I absolutely must go beyond the nightmare. Watch out for Volner. He figured out I was avoiding him. Allay suspicion. See you tomorrow evening. Stand ready. For now, let's cease all communication until we meet. Take care of yourself. I suppose this must be the last message. What happened afterward? If it's what I suspect, I fear the worst. What did Mother mean by, I absolutely must go beyond the nightmare? I must go beyond the nightmare. What does she mean by that?
It's probably literal. Like taking drugs? Oh, thank you, darling. Oh, some Crip orange juice.
I'm guessing it's a metaphor.
That is my first
I
instinct.
need to figure out what this means. Mortimer's getting his guests together. I ought to join them so I don't look suspicious.
I did not understand my mother's message. Fuck! I knew it was literal-ish. I just don't know exactly what she meant. Okay, what do we want? Agility? Conviction. I think like one of these are worth for sure. Science. I'm getting a science here. A science. And this one doesn't really matter. I guess we'll put one here. Whatever. Oh, what the hell? I get so many points for this one. Are you fucking kidding me? Diversion. I like that.
It's time I went back and joined everyone in the small salon.
This guy is very suspicious to me, I feel like. I feel like he has something to do with this. I'm just throwing it out there. And then you can poke champ me when I'm right.
Emily, I must speak to you.
What's the matter, Louis?
I have news about your sister.
What have you found out?
Look,
she's dead.
I started piecing together the events leading up to my mother's disappearance and your sister's. Did my mother know about your secret?
Yes, even though I belong to the English chapter, her rank in the Order gives her access to a good deal of personal information.
Must have been Emma I saw in my vision.
I was given to understand that my mother and your sister bonded during their stay.
Don't send her on my mother's trail. Yeah, I don't know if I want her finding out that my mother killed her sister.
If Mother's really killed her sister, I'd better find her by myself. They say they spent a lot of time together. They got along well.
Oh, really? Do you think your mother liked Duchess Hillsborough?
Of course she did. After all, she's your sister. Well, we'll find them, Emily. Trust me.
Should I speak to her about my vision? If what I saw is true, she might want to take revenge.
Tell her.
What are you?
Be transparent. I don't think it's a good idea for now.
I better keep that to myself.
Wow, he's just repeating everything I say.
Come, Louis. They're waiting
Spooky.
for us.
Goldius, Mr. Chains, very happy. Sisyphus, not bad. Andradeism,
You were paid
and Spooky
dearly,
Grandpa, I
Pero.
think it
I'm
is.
sure you were involved somewhere along the line.
Welcome
That's
back.
right. Pretend you don't know. One piece of advice. Don't travel through France on your way back, or it'll cost you dearly.
Calm now, my friends. Let's calm down. Everyone seems to be a little unnecessarily heated. Don't forget where you are, please.
What's going on here exactly?
Sir Gregory called us together to introduce the last guest. But hardly had we arrived when he set upon Monsieur Peru.
And what has Mr. Peru done to once again provoke someone's anger?
We don't really know just yet.
I get the feeling it won't be long before it gets out.
How could you dare do such a thing? Dios mío, you are all out of your minds.
Really, Duke Manuel? What made you kick up such a fuss?
What?
Dios
Have you
mío.
not heard? Well, let me inform you that yesterday morning at 10:22 a.m. precisely, in the middle of the Place de la Révolution in Paris, by decree of the National Convention which Monsieur Peru works for, King Louis was guillotined. What?
Oh, no.
The King of France is dead, gentlemen. Our monarchies are in danger. I have said it before. How dare they?
Oh, dear.
Oh, as if...
Is it not possible?
Friends, let us calm down.
Don't pretend to be surprised. You got a fair trial.
Ridiculous! Bastard! He was sentenced to death by 361 votes to 360. You beheaded a king for one vote! Is that your democracy?
Wow.
What an
They were
obnoxious...
lucky, dude.
Until anything was possible. This political coup will have grave consequences.
This is what happens when you pull a stream vote
Lost.
for
Gentlemen,
games.
please. Let us take a step back a moment.
In the name of holiness. He was the highest representative of God in France, Emily.
I have a lot of psychology here.
Gentlemen, Duchess, we're all among people of reputable company here. We should be able to manage the conflicts of our nations in a respectful and orderly manner.
I fully agree with you, sir.
But
That's enough, sir.
with whom do I have the pleasure of speaking?
Louis Maras de Richer.
Are you related to Sarah de Richer?
Sarah is his mother, Duke. Gentlemen, this news affects us all, but I must ask you to remain calm. It's not the
I
first
think he
time
knows
history
about
has
this
taken us
beheading.
by surprise.
And he's
Let's ensure
conspiracying
that our
with
respective countries
Napoleon.
are allowed to respond appropriately to this news.
Oh, rest assured. The response will not fall short, my friend.
Good for you.
He
Well,
knows.
Your Grace, here I was preparing to introduce you, as is proper, and you've beaten me to it. I'm delighted that we are all together at last. Our meeting will therefore be able to kick off shortly. I have just a few more little preparations to take care of before you all find out the reason for your presence here. In the meantime, I shall leave you to get to know one another. When you hear the bell, please proceed to the conclave room on my left, behind that door. I'll see you later.
Manuel
Could you
Godoy.
spare a moment, please?
I don't actually know who that is.
Glad you asked.
Is that a
I wanna
famous
talk to you
person?
too.
It should be.
Of course.
I live in Spain, but I don't know Spanish
I
history
heard
that
about
well.
your mother's disappearance.
He looks concerned. I don't know why, but I doubt it's from sympathy alone. Well, let's see what he wants from me.
Any news of her?
Only chance.
Have you found her, maybe?
Oh, I don't know his immunities and shit. Vulnerability.
To hear you speak, you
have to use
know
an
my
item
mother
there.
well.
Not really. We met for the first time on this very spot some weeks back.
Only one
We had a
chance.
very pleasant discussion. She's an exceptionally learned lady with a good head for business. No need for me to tell you that.
I agree.
Did she tell you about our arrangement?
Time to bring in super soldiers.
How could I know about that? We haven't seen each other for several weeks.
Indeed. I was simply hoping to pursue the transaction that we had agreed on with you. Too bad. I shan't keep you, Monsieur de Richet.
All right then. Thank you.
I hope that your search will prove successful and bring Sarah back to us soon. I must go now. I'll see you later.
That was really unfair. 4 questions and I can't get a single one wrong. That was really unfair.
There's a pattern with 5 circles on this chest.
Mine now.
No space left. I'll retrieve it later. No space left. I'll retrieve
Wait, what
it.
is this? Yours.
All right. I've retrieved everything.
No, you did not retrieve everything, did you? Okay, maybe. Restart? There's no restarting, dudes. That's what you don't get. You make mistakes. You have to live with them. Posture.
Monsieur Bonaparte, may I speak with you a moment?
May we?
Does expression go beyond the nightmare mean anything to you at all?
Well, metaphorically, yes. It sums up the career of a soldier quite well. I doubt that is what you want to hear, though.
Indeed.
That's surely not what I'm looking for.
Well, monsieur, if you are looking for a phrase book, Lord Mortimer must
Facebook?
surely have one, given the number of books he has. You ought to check in the library of the tower. You never know.
What do you think of Duke Godoy?
Well, I'd rather not express any opinion of him.
Why is that?
His reputation is enough for me.
Meaning?
This gentleman enjoys people talking about him for too many reasons. His undeserved titles, more than 10 in just 4 years, and each one more prestigious than the one before.
You don't think he deserves them?
If I had seen him on the battlefield, there might be some doubt. But that is not the case. The Queen would rather not risk losing him, so she consoles him with awards and titles.
So you don't have a very positive opinion?
His coveting French Catalonia does not encourage me to have one.
I understand your point of view. Would you have any more information about the conference Lord Mortimer spoke of?
Nothing at all. Mortimer is very committed to secrecy when it comes to his conferences. But given the presence of Monsieur Peru and ourselves, I think it must concern France to some extent. Otherwise, I doubt he would have invited 3 Frenchmen to his table, huh?
Well, I'll be leaving you now. Shall we meet up again later?
Wait, monsieur. Any news of your mother?
Unfortunately not, no.
I hope to speak with her about my deal before I leave. Let me know if you find her. À plus tard,
I
monsieur.
won't. Chrismed, Flooded Axel, Katiba Risley, Locket, Flaus, __ Rage More, Fritrix, DNS, and Paul Lars. Thank you boys very much. Welcome. Welcome back.
What can I do for you, sir? I am at your service day and night, sir.
As I was unable to bring my personal effects with me, I was wondering if you could find me a few items.
Of course, sir. What would you require?
Time to bring in super
Maybe
soldiers.
Georgie boy knows.
Go beyond the nightmare. Does this line remind you of anything in particular?
You've caught me unaware here, Louis. Let me think about it a second. No, nothing comes to mind. Sorry, Louis, but
Literally
I'm
a second.
unable to help you.
1 second delay. Thanks, Twitch.
Mr. President, what do you think about your counterpart, Duke Manuel?
I'm very surprised he was able to accept Lord Mortimer's invitation, given the political situation in Spain.
I wonder what promise Lord Mortimer could have made to make him agree to come here, given the circumstances.
Who knows?
Well, he certainly knows.
Well,
no, nothing.
thank you for your time.
Don't mention it, my young friend. Regarding your question on the nightmare, don't hesitate to question the others about it.
That's
Maybe
what I'm
one of
doing,
them
brother.
knows more than I do.
That's a good idea. Thank you once again.
Are they gonna
I'll see you in
ask
a little
why
bit.
I'm asking? Or they simply don't give a fuck, maybe.
Ah, Louis. Just the man. Good Lord. How did the king come to be executed? I would think that the order would have intervened.
Why would I say this to him?
Your Eminence, I'm sorry for King Louis, but he did everything to put himself there.
Louis.
Faced immunity.
Say such a thing.
Ah, shit.
France rejects the church. You don't go and behead a person of high status. They always serve our cause better alive than dead. Politically, it's absurd.
I invite you to speak about it with my mother as soon as she reappears.
Is there any news of her?
Well, I hope it won't be long before I find her, Your Eminence.
Immune to
Louis,
logic.
I'm
So the
counting
woman
on you.
and him.
If you don't find
The
Sarah
religious
before my departure,
oh boy.
I must ask you to give me back the letter I gave you.
Oh, don't worry about that, Your Eminence.
Now you wanted to speak to me.
If I say the nightmare to you, does it make you think of anything?
Your question is strange, my son. Difficult to say. Could you at least tell me a little more about the context?
What are you?
Think of a place and tell me the first thing that comes into your mind when I say
Oh,
the nightmare.
learnability. Manipulation.
Let me
That
think.
makes sense.
I'd say Lord Mortimer's favorite painting on the wall behind his desk. You know, that painting caused quite a stir when it was exhibited. It is titled The Nightmare, and it shows a woman lying down with a creature sitting on her. And in the background, a horse. I don't know if it will be of any help, but I can't think of anything else.
Okay, behind
you never
his
know.
desk.
Thank you for that, though, Your Eminence.
I gotta go and see it just in case, though.
Well, good
Thank
shit.
you for everything, Your Eminence.
See you later, bro.
I shan't take up any more of your time.
You are welcome, my son. I will be seeing you, Louis.
Hidden Idament, The Brandster, 15 months. M. Nucky, Royal Majestic, and Lucarna. Wait, what is this?
What are you?
Cure this shit. Okay, let's see. Mortimer's study. Okay, Morty. Give me a beat. Gonna dodge her. Don't really want to talk to her right now. Let's see what's up. What if he catches me right now?
So,
snooping around.
What did my mother mean by going beyond the nightmare?
Also, look at this fucking room, dude. It's a creature sitting on her chest and a horse having a peek behind the curtains. It's fucking sleep paralysis.
Hi
dude.
guys, I'm new here. I constantly see a grey face in every chat. Can you teach me how to write it?
That's what you generally feed birds.
Wow.
Let's take a closer look.
Wait, we need to do this first so we don't
The
fuck something
nightmare
up
painted
here.
by Fuseli in 1781. Ah, this must be what my mother was talking about. Now just need to find out what she meant by go beyond. Hey, looks like it's mounted on rails on each side. It should lift up, I think. There must be a mechanism somewhere. The nightmare painted by Fuseli in 1781. Ah, this must be what my mother was talking about.
So we should
out what she meant by go beyond.
Feed the birds or something?
Hey, looks like it's mounted on rails on
Sorry, I
each
thought
side.
there was another option.
It should lift up, I think. There must be a mechanism somewhere.
Caracal JR07 Cursa Deceive 1 Senarolo. Thank you, boys. What the hell is this? Dear Mr. Good. Well, that was easy. I was expecting some kind of God of War puzzle with the berries. Oh, wait.
Aha, I found it. Oh, what on earth is this? A ring lock now? Great. That's all I needed.
Okay. Number lock. Uh-huh.
Now, what have we got here? Well, it looks like a model of a lock. It's as if Mortimer is fond of complicating things sometimes. Well, I hope I never have to try and unlock it.
I guess we're counting the berries. Also, what is this? Leviathan. Monka S. Okay, so I'm seeing these candlesticks. No. What's this?
This painting isn't finished. And it looks like Mortimer probably did it. Not bad, but you can't exactly say it's been done in the style of the period.
History of the First Crusades by Pierre Amédée de la Salle.
Strange. All the dates are all wrong. They indicate events that took place in the year 5000 and something? Wait, did I miss something?
This could be the combinations.
The Crusades took place not long after the year 1000. Here all the dates say 5000 and something. I'm guessing this dating system begins 4,000 years before the calendar that we use. Yet, I'm getting the feeling that there's something else, another small detail, but what is it?
The author is Pierre Amédée de la Salle, none other than the Grand Master of the Masonic Lodge of Paris.
Now I understand why the dates are offset. He's using dates based on the Anno Lucis, year 0 of the Masonic calendar, by adding 4,000 years to the Gregorian calendar. But I thought that calendar starts in March.
4,000 years.
Or how Louis VII, King of France, eager to be pardoned for the death of thousands of innocent people in the fire of the Church of Vitry, convinces the Pope to authorize him to lead his own crusade. The result, in Germany, a new outburst of violence against the Jewish community, and a monumental fiasco by poor Louis VII, cuckolded by his wife's uncle.
What the fuck did I just... what? Wait, what? This is... what year is this?
The famous call from Pope Gregory VIII in his Audita Tremendi bull of 5,187. Oh, the crusade where Richard the Lionhearted distinguished himself. It states the first sea blockade of Saint-Jean d'Acre was broken in the 12th month of 5,190 AL, whereas the siege had been going on for 2 years.
So we're subtracting 4,000 years from this.
A myna bird.
Tell me the door code. Well, Waldo, is your master good?
What do you want to eat? You want to eat these? Or do you want to eat these berries? Oops. That's a lot of pounds.
Let's take a closer look. Judging by the shape, I'd say they're Criollo cocoa beans. The chocolate of the Mayas, the rarest of the beans.
Chocolate?
Some even say they're an aphrodisiac. When a product is in fashion, people attribute all sorts of virtues to it, not to be given to animals.
What are you?
We'll give him one of these.
Might come in handy.
Oh, I can just keep it in my shit. Okay, hang on. Alright, I'll feed this first. I don't feed him the chocolate.
A minor bird.
Waldo, pretty boy.
Sarah de Riche? Waldo, you know Sarah? What? Repeat that, Waldo. Sarah? What about Sarah?
Stop that.
Good God, what's been happening here? Tell me the door code. Here I am talking to a bird. Shame on me. Well, Waldo, is your master good? I don't really know what I was expecting.
Me neither. Let's get some chocolate.
Let's take a closer look. Dark chocolate beans. Very bitter. They're greatly prized in high society.
Remember to reduce the wood consumption next year. Okay, so we have these dates here.
History of the First Crusades by Pierre Amédée de la Salle.
Strange.
Can I?
The dates are all
I hate this.
wrong. They indicate events that took place in the year 5000 and something? Wait, did I miss something?
Okay. First Crusade.
The famous call from Pope Gregory VIII in his Audita Tremendi Bull of 5187.
What are you?
Oh, the crusade where Richard the Lionhearted distinguished himself. It states the first sea blockade of Saint-Jean d'Acre was broken in the 12th month of 5190 AL, whereas the siege had been going on for 2 years. The famous call of Pope Urban II. 20 years after the capture of Jerusalem from the Arabs by the Turks, Urban II convened the council. He promises a plenary indulgence to Christians who go and get Jerusalem back from the Turks. The result, the Jewish community on the road to Jerusalem found itself persecuted for no reason. 12,000 Jews would perish, not to mention the massacre of Ma'ara, where acts of cannibalism by Frankish crusaders were reported, or even the capture of Jerusalem, where approximately 30,000 were left dead. It signaled the beginning of centuries of wars of religion.
So are one of these correct? What is the connection to the painting? Not to the painting, but I guess we can try.
Painting depicting the Third Crusade. It's titled Winter Before the Fall of Saint-Jean d'Acre.
Third Crusade?
I get the impression I've seen that before.
You don't remove OMEGAZULUL. Damned game, you don't remove OMEGAZUL.
Fuck, I missed the last part now.
I get the impression I've seen that before. In fact, I've read
I am
something
420, Stalking Knight, Ben David, Mickey 93, thank you dudes.
Gimme.
I'll use this.
A painting depicting the Third Crusade. It's titled Winter Before the Fall of Saint-Jean d'Acre.
Wait, why can't I use this? Oh, because I don't even have one talent in it. Ah, shit. Okay, Third Crusade. What is this one? This is the...
Hey, there are 2 dates on this painting. 1154 AD and 5154 AL.
Yeah, that I understand.
Coup de Lens by Paul Rubens.
Fuck, I need more of this shit. These paintings are farming me.
William Alexander Mortimer I, the 12th month of Anno Lucis, 5190. That's a funny date. The date's calculated in Anno Lucis. The 12th month is February? So that makes it February 1191.
February 1191.
Time to bring in super soldiers.
Super soldier, that's me, dude. Miki, Too Cool, Dimala, the Nadio, Tank, Ninjas, Axel 030, Mr. Comrade, thank you, boys. We're locked in here now. This is the fucking Illuminati room, dude. They have aborted fetuses in those jars. 100%. Dear Lord Mortimer, I regret to inform you that our plans in Poland are set to fail. Russia and Prussia are working in cohort to bleed our dear Poland. We have no power here. We continue to maintain pressure
The
as
most
we can on
deadliest gun in
Prussian
Uganda.
border as agreed in order to occupy Frederick William's army. But I do not know how long we can keep it up. Your devoted servant, Elfried Bauer. I'm writing to ask you to persuade President Washington not to sign the Fugitive Slave Act as it stands. We must absolutely legislate on a national level and not allow every state to choose their policy regarding slaves. It was initially intended to resolve the conflict between Pennsylvania and Virginia. By signing it, we risk legislating the hunting of blacks. More and more men of little faith are becoming slave hunters, and unable to find any slave on the run, they kidnap the first black they come across, which they pass off as the wanted runaway. Hold up. The situation threatens to quickly degenerate. Thank you in advance, your friend John Adams. P.S. Say hello to my daughter Elizabeth for me. hope this letter will reach you. My hours are numbered. My printing house has been confiscated and I am imprisoned in the fortress of Schlisselburg. If by chance you could intervene in my favor, I would be eternally in your debt. That Tsarina Catherine should not be long in banning all Golden Order lodges from her territory. Our horizon has become considerably darker. In the hope that you can help me, your friend, Nikolai Novik. Shit.
Weakness of the Human Psyche by Guillaume Tremor. He says, it is possible to drill an idea into someone by constant daily repetition until the mind gives in. And goes on.
Inception.
There are hundreds of good ways to live life, but you only need one to convince the masses that it's the only one possible. The author isn't letting any ethical principles get in his way, is he?
Anyone read that book? Sounds interesting to me. The gift has been delivered. Timur Shah Durrani, king of Afghanistan, of Punjab, of Sindh, of Mashhad, and of Kashmir, should not retain his title much longer. His son Saman will succeed him as planned. He will then be able to resume negotiations.
This shows the forces present in America.
My dear friend, with thanks for your service rendered in help in the fight against the Spanish and the conquest of Oran, a ship bound from Marseilles in France has been chartered. Hidden aboard are a few corpses infected with the plague that is decimating our country at this moment in time. Be very careful when handling these boxes, because if inadvertently opened,
Hello, my brother,
risk
Forsen.
spreading with
I have a
disease to all
question.
friends.
Do you like Muslims?
Do I like Muslims? I mean, I don't like religion very much, in general, if that's what you're asking. Mohammed El Kibir. Careful. No, I'm just I mean, I don't go out of my way to hate on religion, but I just I find it stupid. Pretty much. Nice bait though, sir. Nice bait. So he's planning on spreading the fucking plague to France. Let us see if you have the courage to face me alone.
This is my mother's writing. I've picked up her trail. What is she up to? Obviously she wants to lure Mortimer somewhere, but where? The only clue she's left for Mortimer is his stone sword. It must be intentional. It looks like a decorative sword, like from a statue, for example. And judging by the state of it, I'm guessing it's been left outside for a long time. I have absolutely got to find out where it came from. It shows the forces present in Europe. It's clear that France is surrounded by her enemies. However, a large number has been underlined in bold. 26 million. I know what it is. It's an estimation of my country's population. All our neighbors have far fewer inhabitants.
My dearest Lord Mortimer, as a friend of China, rest assured that you will be rewarded for your information. You need not to worry about any scheme against us from Great Britain. The representative, Mr. McCartney, will leave with no hope of any arrangements involving us. Your friend, Qing Long, Emperor of Qing Dynasty. Dude, this guy has fucking... He has map control, motherfuckers. This motherfucker has map control. That's for sure. Wherever your projects It would seem that our father is against leaving you with a grip on Europe. Russia will soon commit itself to the coalition against you, dear France. Don't think you can resist for long. I beseech you, William, not to persist. You are tearing your family apart. Your loving brother, G. P.S. I shall come to your conference, but do you think that holding it at the present moment is conductive?
It's locked.
Great observation skills,
Devil's
detective.
Thorn. I'll keep it.
Okay, let's find out where this sword came from.
Something strange about this table. What kind of experiments does Mortimer carry out here? It's a dissection table. So Mortimer does autopsies here on his desert island. But who is he doing autopsies on then?
Well, if I stay here much longer, I guess I'll find out.
These are feathers. Pigeon, probably. A skeleton by the name of Gustav, if the plaque on the plinth is anything to go by. Mortimer's given a name to his anatomy skeleton. That's morbid. Oh, his right hand is missing.
The skeleton's right hand.
Looks like obsidian or onyx. It must weigh a ton.
His right hand is missing. As agreed, I have changed your old lock for one of my inventions. Drawing inspiration from your doctor friend, Mr. Guillotine, it is the model of your new lock, if you appreciate my prototype. It is difficult to imagine how it all fits together, but it will be located in the middle of the present door. The aim being to alter nothing of the door's functionality, but to add a bit of spice. Depending on the line-up of the wheels, the aforementioned lock will open or will punish the snooper whose faith is not strong enough. I call my invention the judgment of fate because if a snooper is unable to resist opening it, they will be punished. I hope you'll appreciate the irony of the situation. So if I wrote the wrong code on that door, I would have been fucked, or is he talking about another lock, like that one over there? Hang on. What's this stuff?
That must be for writing the homing pigeon messages. An iron mask. I wonder who it's for.
I'm just looting at this whole fucking place. Gimme, gimme. A key with an occult fire symbol. Wait, I got a key?
A chest with a motif representing the alchemical symbol of fire.
Money!
A table of alchemical elements. So, Lord Mortimer also studies alchemy? It seems like he's interested in everything.
What is that red one? Or circled? My dearest friend, our plans are going ahead wonderfully well. The Coinage Act has been voted. Your projects of founding the very first Bank of America should not be delayed and will probably be called Union Bank. As for the construction of the White House, it's still to begin in October. I will accept no delays, you can trust me on this. I hope to see you soon. Thomas Jefferson. Sink. Western Union.
Am I seeing things, or is that an actual von Leeuwenhoek microscope? Incredible. Mortimer really is at the cutting edge of science. Even at the Order, it took us ages to get one of those.
Discovered immunity. Science. So he's immune to science.
3 rusty old nails. They're about 20 centimeters long. Some goat skulls, chicken legs. Now we all know what that's for. I'm a little surprised at Mortimer. I didn't seem as the type to be organizing little pagan parties, invoking occult powers, and dancing naked under the full moon. I'm more used to seeing cheap charms like this sold by charlatans in Pré Saint-Gervais.
The tiger is dying. On your demand, I have attacked Travancore and personally cut the throats of as many Englishmen as possible. Though without help from the French, I cannot hold them off much longer. My first read in English. It's better if you need rockets. Hello, darling.
Why is it so fucking hot in here?
I don't know, Kev.
Look, a pack of tarot cards. Has he been reading the cards? Mortimer? That would surprise me.
A scientist believing in the fucking occult?
It is a typical draw on a line that answers a specific question. To the left, temperance, that announces a reward for one who patiently waits before taking any action. And in the middle, the chariot, which symbolizes triumph and business success. To the right, the emperor evokes a future full of power and stability.
Okay, so he's just chilling for his reward.
Preservation using formaldehyde. Just as disgusting as ever. It's locked.
Can I get out of here?
Oh shit. How am I gonna get out of here now?
Hello, I'm an Ice Poseidon viewer. I was told to give you money. I'm unsure why. But here you go. To the arm thing chat CX.
Do the arm thing chat. Thank you for the 10. Big biceps, Ivaniklis, no name. Contagione, Super Bashan, Sean the Prawn, Chris Sinner, Tryhard, 777. Thank you very much for the subs to resubs.
What are you?
Wait, what did he say? I missed that because of the donation.
This looks like the same mechanism as the one on the other side.
Think about the lock. I mean, it's obvious. I just do it reversed, right? 1191 becomes 1911. Wait, was it 1191? I think it was 1191. Yeah. So it's one. No, wait. I'm retarded. Sorry. I'm sorry. It's not gonna be the case because it has to be the not reversed, but opposite. If you know what I mean. So right now, on the other side of this. Hang on. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. No wait, 10. Obviously 10. So it should be 5. 5 steps from it. 5 steps from it to make it reversed. So we're gonna put the 1. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. And then we take the 9. Where is the 9? This is the 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. And then 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, here goes nothing. One for the
Like
IQ.
the same mechanism as the one on the other side.
Pull the lever. Oh my god, I'm so smart.
Well, better not dwell on it then.
We call him Lucio.
Not pretending. How does it feel when I'm not pretending for once, chat? Does it amaze you? $140 IQ indeed. Can you go down? Fucking A. I did not get any information out of Von Volna. I could have met Peru under the strange circumstances. Alternative path. Well, I would say it was pretty good. It was pretty good. Ding! Grats. I miss old WoW times. Where every time you leveled up in vanilla, you had to fucking write to everyone. Ding! Because you leveled up like once a day at most later on. Okay, let's see here. We need some of this. Benefit from the sound cultural background in art, geography and history. We're pretty bad at that. We're also gonna grab either etiquette. I would say etiquette is fairly useful with the conference coming up. Gonna get one of those. Politics. Or linguistics. I'd rather go linguistics. Science, politics. Fucking science, bitch. Specimen. I need linguistics, okay?
Mortimer. There's no doubt about it. Alright, I need to find out where the sword that came with it's from in order to find Mother.
Origin of
You're
the sword.
joking, I hope. Don't tell me you've done that.
Really? How do you expect me to guess?
Oh, for God's sake, just ask them. We must absolutely inform Sir Gregory. How long has he been trying to collect all the spears?
I must have brought him the first one 20-odd years ago.
Do you know if he has managed to get the original?
Nice spying,
Well, in
fucking idiot.
got all the ones we had at the Vatican. He made me replace them with copies. But I don't understand your reaction. I'm sure it is nothing serious.
Aha. I can see very well you do not understand. You have done nothing less than sign our death warrants, and still you don't understand.
Someone is listening.
What? Monsieur de Richet, why not join us rather than find yourself eavesdropping?
Well, I didn't want to interrupt you. I'm sorry.
Of course you didn't. So, my son, what can we do for you?
Oh shit. Why would I say this? Wait, I don't want to do any of these. What do I do? What do I do? Chat, 1 second delay, chat. Tell me. 1 second delay. Why is my chat lagging?
Nothing in particular. I'll leave you alone.
Do you think he heard us?
Don't worry.
Leave. Run. So it should be outside the sword. Devil's Thorn, which one is that? It's this one.
There's the alchemical symbol of the earth on the lid.
Use the right key. I got one. I wasted more than I got.
Gimme.
I see that though they fixed the stream delay, your brain delay will never leave you.
There we go. Polyjuice is back.
I am sorry, sir, but the conference room is under preparation and is consequently inaccessible to guests.
Could you perhaps help me?
What can I do for you, sir?
Where did this sword come from?
From the garden, sir. That sword belongs to one of the statues in the garden.
That's what
Thank
I
you
thought.
very much.
Don't mention it, sir.
Fucking garden. I knew it. Wait, where the fuck? Can I leave here? Let me out of this place.
Sword probably came from this garden, but what could it have been used for?
Okay, this woman was clearly not holding a sword. Wait, what is this line going from that statue? Oh, what the fuck are you doing here?
Well, Monsieur de Richet,
Trying to spy
what
on me?
brings you here?
I have one etiquette.
To tell the truth, I was wondering the same thing about you.
It's rare for guests to wander about in the garden. I wanted to be alone for 5 minutes.
You look worried.
Worried?
Etiquette.
No.
This is
resolved.
vulnerability.
Would be a more exact term.
Resolved to do what?
Makes
What's
sense.
the point in answering? You wouldn't believe me anyway. I'll be leaving now because whatever it is you're up to, I do not want to know. Be seeing ya.
Tell me, aren't you even curious?
Curiosity killed a cat, Monsieur de Richet. I admit, I may have judged you wrongly. Watching you seek out Mortimer's little secrets might even be amusing if I didn't already know the consequences. See you later.
What scares you so much?
Don't mess with him, monsieur. If he offers his help, refuse it. Keep your freedom and get far away from here while you still can.
Maybe that's why his eye is fucked.
Ariadne.
She's holding something in
In
the
Greek
left
mythology, she helped Theseus get through the
hand. Or
labyrinth.
she's meant to, at least.
Looks like there's a crack in the region of the heart.
That's where the sword goes?
Let's see. A crack as long as my finger.
going to happen if I've got it wrong?
Shit. What do you mean? I can get it wrong?
Ariadne.
Pull out the sword.
Try something else.
Hang on. There's other statues here.
What are you?
I wonder what this kiosk is doing in the middle of the garden.
Kiosk?
Too cramped to be able to do much. Well, there must be something going on there.
There's obviously a staircase here. Obviously.
It's up to the just to deliver judgment. Truth unlocks all possibilities. It looks like this slab moves. Well, I wouldn't be surprised if there was a passageway underneath it.
Why did I waste 1 point on that?
It's up to the just to
It's
deliver
up to the
judgment.
just to deliver judgment.
Truth unlocks all possibilities. What is that? It's like a sort of opening mechanism. Knowing Mortimer, I bet it's booby-trapped. There's a little hole at the fingers. I'm pretty sure if I get it wrong, I'll get pricked. Damn you, Mortimer.
You get
Reminds me of
pricked.
traps I studied in Egyptian tombs.
Okay, we just gotta solve it for house. So... what about this statue? Can it be thrusted?
Theseus, son of a
Get it?
genius.
Thrusting
He's the one who
sword
slayed
in
the
it.
Minotaur.
Okay.
Looks like a crack has been made on his torso. It's as long as a finger. I'd say between 6 and 8 centimeters.
We're gonna use this here.
I seem to recall he took the decision to confront the Minotaur. He killed the beast, but if it weren't for Ariadne's help, he would have been trapped in that labyrinth forever. In short, yet another hero who wasn't the sharpest knife in the drawer. Okay, I'm probably being a bit harsh. I mean, we do owe him the foundations of Athens. In other words, the Republic. Render therefore unto Caesar what is Caesar's. I wonder if Mother managed to solve this.
This is my top contender as of now. What about this guy? He seems to have some swords in him already.
Asterion. It is rare to see him like this. In general, he's represented with the head of a bull, with the features of the Minotaur.
The famous son of Minos and Pasiphae. Asterion was a son of Pasiphae and Minos, or rather the result of a curse put on Minos.
Minos was punished for betraying Poseidon. Of course, as strangely it often happens, it wasn't he who was punished, it was his wife. She had to mate with a bull, no less. From that union, Asterion was born, who everyone knows as the famous Minotaur. Rejected by Minos, he was shut up in the labyrinth so he could never leave. And, as if that wasn't bad enough, he died by the hand of a hero desperate to restore his reputation. Technically,
Asterion is the victim of the story because he's described as a child cast out from birth. Born from an extramarital union because of the errors of his father, he was treated as an outcast all his life. And he died as innocently as he was born. A tragic story, as the Greeks knew how to do so well.
Okay.
Let's go. Icarus. The son of Daedalus and Nocrate. Impossible to mistake him with those wings. After flying too close to the sun, they came unstuck and he fell to his death. Pity. Hey, there's no crack here.
There's no crack here.
Well, let's keep going.
Okay, so we have 3 real contenders here. This is where the line ends. So let's see, let's check. Wait. Can I get to that motherfucker?
Daedalus. He's the architect of the labyrinth. And if I'm not mistaken, he's also the father of Icarus. Hey, there's a crack in this statue too.
Where?
The crack is thin and about as long as a finger.
Okay. I need to read what it said over here again.
It's up to the just to deliver judgment. Truth unlocks all possibilities.
It's up to the just to deliver judgment. Which one are we sticking the sword into?
Minos, son of Zeus and Europa. If I remember correctly, he was the king of Crete. Married to Pasiphae, he had many children, including the famous Ariadne, whom history remembers for her thread. Hey, there's a crack in that statue.
So, was he the one who punished? I'm thinking this guy deserves it.
Asterion.
I'm thinking this guy deserves it.
This statue has a crack in it. Let's go.
But then again, what is this cable for? The cable starts with the motherfucking the motherfucker, right? It starts with her. And it goes over here. And then it ends over here. Does that mean he deserves this shit?
Theseus. I seem to recall he took the decision to confront the Minotaur. He killed the beast, but if it weren't for Ariadne's help, he would have been trapped in that labyrinth forever.
Okay, I'm doing it.
Looks like a crack has been made on his torso.
But if we're wrong, we're gonna get a permanent fucking mark on our hand, so that he will know. Wrong one. Then what's up with this fucking cable, dude? I would never have picked this guy if it weren't for the fact that the cable ended here. Unless it didn't end here. But it did end here. Fuck it, I'm putting it into the fucking...
Theseus. Let's try something else instead.
Cable is a debate.
A Styrion.
Either this motherfucker...
Let's go.
Or this motherfucker.
Minos.
Okay.
The crack is in the region of the heart.
Chat saying Minos. Not that one. Yes, this one. Oh god, here we go. Debated. Press. Let's do it. LOL readers, Silver Stupor, MSLOL 44 months.
What are you?
A double debate, huh? I like it. Chief Arok, Colonel Schlong, Elab, Snick Simon. Welcome back, boys. Or wait.
Again?
Snooze overdose. Gotta take it out.
You can't be serious, Manuel. You know that's not going to happen.
You must leave me alone now. I have agreed to everything. Even to...
Agreed? I wasn't aware you had a choice.
What's going on here?
What now? What else must I do to win back my freedom?
Obey me. Now get out.
What was that? That's the third time in 3 days.
Does he have a superpower? Not really, but ever since he came to this island, he keeps
Let's see if you're in there.
seeing flashbacks of other people, other conversations and shit.
A fragment of amber. Bandages. Someone's been patching themselves up. Looks like my mother took advantage of being in hiding to change her bandages, huh? This is silk. She must have used her own clothes. There are patches where the blood isn't totally clotted. That's a good sign, right? She changed them recently, which proves she's still looking after herself and still believes in her chances. Well, I'd love to tell her to keep hanging in there.
Gotta restore some mana. I don't want to waste more mana.
Pound.
A pound? I knew there was something with this fucking guy.
Damn it, Mother. Now what's happened?
Don't move! Wait, I'm not armed.
Who are you?
Good God, Mother, what have you—
Tell me who you are!
My own mother does not even recognize me. Pepper hands. Don't worry. By the time the next episode releases, I'll have forgotten about who she is too. We'll be on the even footing.